busy. Got another just day of fishing here. Off work. It's Wednesday. It's about 50 degrees. We've had some rain the last few days, as you can tell, and I'm hoping something with the weather might have just turned them on. You know, we'll see. I'm gonna start working my way down this bank into that creek way back there, and that's pretty much where I've been catching all the fish the last few weeks. So I'm just gonna stick to my guns and try and catch as many as possible. So let's get to it. So it's been about 45 minutes. Haven't caught anything yet. I had a couple fish try and take the rattle trap, but they must have been pretty small to not be able to get a little tiny treble hook in their mouth. So not a great sign, but where those fish bit is where I thought they would be. So I'm gonna go to the other side of the lake and fish that same area, and that's where I was catching the most fish last time. So it's a little bit of a trek over there. Got to get through some woods and whatnot, but we're gonna make it over there and try and catch some fish. So I've made it to the other side. Literally directly across there where those kayaks are is where I was getting some bites. Didn't want the swim bait, so we're gonna try a rattle trap now. Probably not even a pound, but we got him on the rattle trap. Another one, about the same size. They're all about cookie cutter size, but they're eating that rattle trap. All right, so caught 3 fish in the same spot. Basically, the bites had to have been about 15 feet apart from each other, and it's all coming in on this rattle trap right here. It's that dying shad type pattern, and this is a really light rattle trap. And the reason I'm fishing it like this is because I can keep it in literally like 1 foot of water and run it over a grass flat, not have to worry about having to pop it out of the grass and coming back with grass on every single cast. It's frustrating. And so a nice light rattle trap is good for this condition. This is a pretty shallow grass flat, and these bass are definitely pre-spawn. I haven't seen a single bed yet, and you know, it's 55 degrees out here, and we haven't had a whole lot of really warm days to warm up the water. So, you know, we're still waiting for that spawn to roll around, but for right now, the pre-spawn fish are biting, and whether or not I'm catching giants, it's still fun to get a bunch of fish. And during the winter, they were very not active, very inactive. So it's been nice being able to find these fish and catch them. I'm going to work my way further down towards the main point on this pond, and it's still just a really grassy bank. That was a fighter jet. That's kind of cool. We are in Norman. I am in Norman, and there's it's like an Air Force base pretty close by, Tinker, I think. And yeah, so we get jets and stuff. That was a cool looking jet. Anyhow, I'm gonna keep working my way down this grassy bank. This is where I caught all the fish last week when I was out here, so they're still biting, and this rattle trap's doing it right now. There's two bass sitting right here on the edge of this grass line. One's really, really small, and one's probably about a pound, but it's interesting. That means they're up pretty dang shallow. What's also interesting is that this is what I was catching them on last time I fished this area, this exact setup. A gambler, it's like the medium, easy swim bait, medium size, and just like a weighted head. This is a owner sled head, and I was wrecking them on this last time, but they're not biting it, so we'll throw that rattle trap back out there and see if we can keep it out of the grass and get some fish. Shout out my boy Donnie for calling me and ending the video right before I caught a fish. That was absolutely sick. So you see where the weeds kind of end? There's like 3 or 4 bass chilling out here, and I saw a decent one. He was about 1.5 pounds, and he was just kind of swimming just a little bit, and I tossed that rattle trap out there about 10 feet past him, brought it right up, right in front of his face, and he just smashed it. And in like the hook set, I pulled him over the weeds and straight to me. That's how close he was to me. Pretty dope. I wish I had gotten that on camera, but thanks, Donnie. Yeah, I got him double pinned. Nice little guy. Same size as the rest. Finally got one on the swim bait. This area is a lot more grassy than down there, so swim bait seemed to be the better choice for moving bait through this stuff. And I was about to try a different swim bait, but maybe this will work. That was like a completely parallel cast. It was just right around that reed edge, whatever it is. But little guy bit it. He took it. Well, my phone was getting a little low on battery, so I wasn't filming all my fishing, but just got this guy on a rattle trap. I'd say he's 1 pound. I'll say that's the first fish that was actually about 1 pound. So we're moving on up. Best one of the day right here, about 1.5 pounds, just on a little soft plastic jerk bait. So I forgot to do an outro, and sorry, I just kind of was running out of battery and just got a couple short clips there at the end. I started actually catching them towards the very end of my time out there on soft plastics, but I had to be somewhere at like 5:30, and so I wanted to stay and catch some more fish, but I had to go, and that was about it. I probably caught about 10 or 12 fish total that day, all small. I don't know what the deal is. Hoping I can find some fish on beds pretty soon. I'm thinking I'm gonna go down to a big like public lake on Friday, which is like 4 days from now. So stay tuned for that one. It's gonna be a lake I've never been to, but I heard they're biting down there. Really clear water, and so I don't know. I might try and get some cool video, like underwater, like release, or I don't know, something cool. But stay tuned. Hopefully catch some big fish. Also planning on making a trip to Possum Kingdom in Texas to catch some stripers. So hopefully got some really good videos on the way. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the views I've been getting lately. I know it's mostly on my product reviews, and so people are searching for that stuff, but I do appreciate it if you're sticking with me, watching all my other videos, and Let's gain some subscribers here. I'm really trying to make a push right now. Elevate my content a little bit. I know I'm just catching some dinks, especially in this video, but doing my best out here to get some cool video and make some good B-roll for y'all. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. Catch y'all next time. Hazy out.